we are in Oslo. We've just flown cattle class from Stansted. 4 of us out on this little trip. We've got 4 days in a national park called Østmarka, just south of Norway. Just got to go and get our bags, pick up our luggage, get the hire car, do a bit of shopping, get some fishing gear, and head to the spot where we're going to park the car and head into the national park for 4 days. Right, so we are finally here. So we are now at a little tiny village called Lusby. Bit of a incident getting down here with the navigation from the helicopter paramedic that navigates helicopters and things like that, and couldn't work out which was north and which was south. So yeah, a bit of a shopping on the way down. So bit of a nightmare trying to find the stuff, to find the gas and stuff. So one thing I would recommend is make sure you know where to get your gas from. The only thing we couldn't get was the worms that we wanted, because we had to pay cash for those in a cashless country. So yeah, so we're all good now. So we're literally just going to sort out our bags and stuff. I've got loads and loads of sort of repacking because I'm literally in flight mode and everything at the moment, and just got to get everything sorted out, get it all packed up, and then we're just going to head down into the national park. We've got no plan of where we're going to be for tonight, so we're just going to see how we get on. It's now just gone about 12:30, so we shall get all packed up and head away. Right, so that's all kit packed up. That weighs an absolute ton. When I packed that all up at home, that was about 17 kilos, and I was quite happy with that. But when you put food in it, brum inside of it, and everything else, it's all added up, so it's probably over 20 kilos, just like the last time when I was out packrafting in Sweden. Right, we're now having a very nice grey cloud coming over us here, and it's now starting to rain, so we're going to be walking in the rain. So we're nearly ready to head off. Just got to throw that thing on my back, and we'll make our way up a hill down into the nature reserve. We're not so sure where we're going to camp tonight, but we'll just take a look when we get there, and any place that we find that really suits us and is nice and pretty good fishing, we're going to stop there for the night. Perfect. 20 degrees when we were driving down here. Now look at it. Absolutely throwing it down. Time to make for the trees and wait for this to pass, I think. Can you believe it's been beautiful sunshine all the drive down here, and as soon as we're ready to put our bags on our backs, it absolutely throws it down and gives us an amazing thunderstorm. So we're now walking into the national park here, Østmarka, and we've probably got about another 20 minutes walk to the first lake we're going to have a look at. We've got no real plan of where we're going to stop tonight, so we're going to take a look at this lake, see whether we can find a space for 4 of us. So there's 3 of us in hammocks, and Rod's in his tent, and yeah, the plan is just to set up, do a bit of admin, because I literally just threw everything into this bag. I haven't really packed it very well, and it is blooming heavy. So when I tried this at home, it was 17.6 kilos, I think it was, and now I couldn't even squeeze anything in. I still left stuff in the car back there, but I've got enough bits there. As I say, we're only here for 4 days, so plenty enough stuff. Right, onwards and upwards. Let's get moving. Let's hope we can find a camp spot. It's got a beautiful day now. Need to get this waterproof off. Well, what a beautiful day now, huh? And 5 minutes ago, or 10 minutes ago, let's say, it was absolutely throwing it down. The boys have just gone ahead, just around this little peninsula on this lake here. Sounds like they've found tonight's campsite. So it's going to be nice to get all of this stuff off and do a bit of admin and get set up for the night. What an absolute beautiful, beautiful place. Right, let's go get set up. Right, so pretty much all set up. So I'm in the DD Hammocks frontline hammock. So we've got the super light tarp, and then under there we've got the frontline hammock with the mozzie net, which is definitely needed today. And then we've got the under blankets, and got my quilt that Ginge made me there. Over in the bushes is Jared in the frontline hammock as well. Gary's just finished setting up, he's in the Fjern Yakotta, which is the single one-man tent. Done a review on that a couple of weeks ago there, if you want to take a look at that video. Man, the myth, the legend, Rod is in an OEX Raccoon there, so that's all set up just by the water there, as you can see. So as you can see, we've really lucked out at a campsite here. We've got this absolutely amazing lake here, and as I say lucked out, it's now starting to rain again, so we'll have to drag everything under cover. Right, I'm going to get a brew on while we've still got a little bit of dryness out here, and then I think about getting the old fishing rods out. Alright, time to set up a rod, I think. So I brought with me the X5 Adventure by Rigged and Ready, which is pretty much my favourite rod for any sort of travel fishing. You can see it packs up absolutely tiny, and the great thing about this is it's a fixed ball reel, and it has a fly reel in it as well, so you can use it as a fly rod and you can use it as a fixed ball reel as well. And yeah, it's pretty much perfect for this sort of thing. Packs up, fits into your bag quite nicely. So I think what we'll do is we'll set it up with quite a small tip here. These boys are bait fishing at the moment to no avail at the moment, so I think I'll probably stick a Salmo lure on and see whether we can drag something out of here. So looking at the map and a bit of research that I've done, there's pike, perch and some trout in here as well. So without further ado, let's get this set up and get a lure in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
How's it? About 4 o'clock, it starts getting light. Like proper fucking. It hardly.
You got all your gear in there.
Pike. Oh well, this will do. Well, that's tea all done. That's the pack raft all set up. Let's go out for a paddle. a bit of an explore and a little bit of a fish. Let's go over to those grasses over yonder, and I feel like right, well, nothing when we were out fishing in the packraft. A couple of follows from a couple of perch, but that was about it. Just back at camp now, just having a couple of slugs of rum and just enjoying these midges after all of that rain. So they are in full force right now, but I'm glad to be here. You know, a bit stressful really from picking up the car and trying to find a place and get down here, and then it raining, and then trying to pack everything away and get everything into my bag and everything. But we're here now, you know. Look at where we are. It's absolutely beautiful here. It really, really is, you know. And I've said it before, and you know, people crack on about, you know, going out to Alaska and Canada and stuff like that. And yes, it is an absolute beautiful place, but you know, we have got literally, from where I live, you know, it's an hour and 50-minute drive to the airport. It's an hour 50-minute flight over to here, and 40 minutes in the car to get down here. So, you know, within half of a day you can be in this environment, and it is absolutely beautiful. It really, really is. So I'm just going to sit back and just have a quick slug of rum and just sit and just watch everything that's going on across the lake there, see if there's anything rising, and get into my hammock and have a sleep, because I was up at 4 this morning, so I'm absolutely knackered. But I don't want to go to bed just yet, because it's absolutely beautiful sitting out here, and it's nice to be back in this environment instead of good old flat Suffolk. So plan tomorrow, we are literally going to spend the day here and just chill out really, so, and do a bit of fishing and stuff. And then on Friday we will move over to another lake there. So we're not walking a great deal, which is great, because I've got absolutely loads of gear and I don't fancy walking too far with all of that. And that is the problem with packrafting, you know. You know, you could do this sort of thing with 9-10 kilos in your bag if you were hiking and stuff, but then you put a packraft, you put the PFD and everything like that into your bag, and it all adds up. It really does. And then you bring, you know, fresh food and stuff with you as well, and it all adds to the weight. So I was pushing probably about 20 kilos that I was carrying today, so a good old amount of weight. But she'll get rid of most of that. The spud's gone, the steak's gone, and we shall eat a lot of that for tomorrow as well. Right, so I'm going to enjoy this. So skål, and vi ses imorgon. Here we be, day 2, a little bit chilly, good night's sleep. Here loads of wildlife around camp last night. One of those was a heifer groffer pig in the tent next door to us. It sounded like a mortally wounded wildebeest snoring away. But yeah, nice night's sleep. Wind did blow up early hours of the morning, little bit of rain. A beautiful, beautiful moon last night that I really couldn't be bothered to get out and film. So yeah, so just setting up breakfast and having a brew right now. The mozzies have disappeared for a little bit, but yeah, they were a bit, or the midges should I say, they were a bit annoying last night. So plan of attack today is not a great deal, really. We're just going to stay in camp and just have a day chillaxing by this lake here, get the pack rafts out, and head out for a decent bit of fishing as well.
Choose me. That's too I can choose it. I'll tell you what, that coffee, a bit of that. I've got something rubbish. Oh, you got some? Your real coffee? Yeah. No. So what we've done is we bought a massive slab of bacon, smoked bacon. Rather than using our butter, we're going to just use the back of the rind that I've cut off the bacon, stick it in the pan, and then use that, render it down, and then fry our bacon in it, and then probably have a nice little bit of crackling afterwards.
How's that bacon doing, Turkish?
Listen, right, it will be done when it is done.
Well, thank you very much, Turkish.
You're welcome. You know what you hadn't done?
What's that?
I ain't got a piece of bread to put my bacon in. I'm going to have a baconless sandwich.
You'll stop swearing in every single thing.
Oh, one will have. Thank you very much for doing Vine sandwich. So Adventure Dad said I can't swear on holiday now. It's the television or YouTube protocol or something. So, one's having a lovely dinner outside the fornicating lake.
Fornicating lake? What's a fornicating lake?
I'm not allowed to say now.
There we are, fish on. What we got here? Little tiny jack. Hey! There we go. First fish of the trip. A bit too small to be eating, but we shall let him go. Absolute predation in miniature, aren't they? Let's let that one back. Right, back at camp. So I didn't have a great deal on the pack raft there, just that little tiny cucumber, a couple of little perch, but it's really windy and it's just so difficult to fish in it. It is absolute blowing a hoolie down this lake here, and if this don't die when the sun goes behind the mountains there, then it's going to be a very noisy and sleepless night. But still, it's just nice to be out. But it's warm, the sun's out, and it's really nice just to be down here. Slug of rum, and we're going to think about what we're going to have for tea. So we were going to have pike, but unfortunately Rod caught one and it got away. So it's just going to be bacon and mash. I think that's what we're having today. But anyway, I'm just going to sit here, have my rum, probably have a little nanny nap, and be time for tea soon. So what culinary delights do we have today then?
Bacon, bit of bacon, followed by some mashed potato with bacon and beans.
And pork skin by the looks of it, is it?
Listen, the pork skin's got nothing to do with you boys. That is my snazzle whilst I'm drunk with rum later on. It's like advanced pork scratching. And I was going to fill in the gap with polar bread, sopped up fat.
Right, well cheers for this anyway. There we are. First one of the day. Oh, what a fantastic place to be.